you ever wondered what lies beneath the glorious beaches and the vibrant cities of Australia? Picture it, Australia. A land often painted as a sun-drenched paradise, teeming with exotic wildlife and pulsating with the rhythm of thriving metropolises. To many, it's a haven of golden sands that stretch endlessly, kissed by azure waters. To others, it's a bustling hub of culture and innovation, where towering skyscrapers reach for the skies and city lights illuminate the night. Yet, this is just one side of the story. Beyond the postcard perfect imagery and the travel brochures, there is another Australia, an unseen Australia. A land that holds secrets and stories that often go untold, shrouded behind the allure of its more glamorous facade. Imagine peeling back the layers of this vibrant country, delving beneath its glittering surface. What might you find? Perhaps you'd discover a rich tapestry of histories and cultures, a myriad of fascinating tales waiting to be told. Or perhaps you'd encounter challenges and issues that are rarely spotlighted on the global stage, yet are integral to understanding the true essence of Australia. The unseen Australia is not about casting shadows over the country's undeniable beauty and charm. It's about delving deeper, peering beyond the surface, acknowledging the complexities and contradictions that make Australia what it is today. It's about embracing the whole picture, not just the parts that make for a good photograph. This journey might surprise you. It might challenge what you thought you knew about the land down under, but it will undoubtedly enrich your understanding and appreciation of this vast and diverse country. Now it's time to take a closer look at the lesser-known side of Australia. Australia's past is not as innocent as its landscapes might suggest. Beneath the veneer of its breathtaking beauty, there lies a history that is less spoken about, yet forms an integral part of its identity. It's a narrative filled with tales of a dark past that continues to cast a long shadow over the present. Let's journey back to a time when Australia was home to the world's oldest living culture. The indigenous Aboriginal people thrived on this rich land for over 65,000 years. Then, in the late 18th century, the arrival of the British colonisers marked the onset of a dark period. This era was characterised by the displacement of Aboriginal people from their ancestral lands and their ill treatment at the hands of the colonisers. The Aboriginal people were not merely displaced, they were subjected to forced labour, violence, and a series of diseases brought by the colonisers. Their languages, customs, and traditions were suppressed, leading to a devastating loss of cultural heritage. The impact of this history is still palpable today. The indigenous population of Australia continues to grapple with the repercussions of this dark past, facing social, economic, and health disparities. The echoes of this history are evident in the struggles of the present-day Aboriginal population. Despite constituting a small part of the population, they face higher rates of incarceration, lower life expectancy, and lesser educational opportunities. Their fight for recognition and rights is a testament to their resilience and strength, a fight that continues to this day. This is not a tale of despair, but a tale of survival and resistance. It's a reminder that history is not always made up of victorious battles and glorious conquests. Sometimes it's made up of quiet resilience in the face of adversity, of voices that refuse to be silenced, of cultures that refuse to be erased. This, my friends, is a part of Australia's history that often goes unnoticed, a part that we must remember, for it's only by acknowledging our past, however dark it may be, that we can truly understand our present and shape our future. Beyond the bustling cities, a silent crisis is unfolding. A crisis that whispers through the vast expanse of the Australian outback, a land often forgotten by the rest of the world. The rural heart of Australia is enduring challenges that are as harsh as the land itself. Droughts, a ruthless adversary, have held the outback in a chokehold for years on end, turning once thriving fields into barren landscapes. The parched earth cracks under the relentless sun, yearning for a drop of rain that seldom comes. This prolonged dry spell, cruel and unforgiving, is not just a weather phenomenon, it's a life-altering event, decimating crops, exhausting water supplies, and pushing the resilient farmers to their limits. And when the dry spell breaks, it's not the gentle, nourishing rain that arrives, but raging bushfires. These flames, fueled by drought-stricken vegetation, show no mercy, consuming everything in their path. The air fills with a thick, choking smoke, painting the sky an eerie orange. Lives, both human and animal, are lost, Homes are reduced to ashes, and the land is left scarred. Amidst these environmental catastrophes, a mental health crisis quietly festers. The relentless struggle against nature's extremes takes a toll on the mind. The isolation, the uncertainty, the loss, it's a heavy burden to bear. Farmers, the backbone of rural Australia, are particularly vulnerable. The silent suffering, the unspoken despair, it's a crisis that's as devastating as any drought or bushfire. These challenges, though seemingly distant, are very much a part of the Australian reality. They are the silent crisis, the unseen side of Australia, unfolding beyond the bustling cities. The severity of these issues, the impact they have on the everyday lives of people, cannot be overstated. These problems, though often unseen by the outside world, are very much a part of the Australian reality. Australia's natural beauty comes at a cost that is paid not in dollars and cents, but in the currency of environmental degradation, a toll that is exacted on the native flora, fauna, and the very air we breathe. Human activities in Australia have imprinted a deep and worrying scar on the environment. Deforestation, for instance, is a significant concern. Once, Australia was a tapestry of lush forests stretching as far as the eye could see. Today, these forests have been reduced to mere patches, their rich biodiversity threatened by the relentless march of progress. As trees fall, so too does our natural shield against climate change. Our forests, once the lungs of our country, gasp for breath. But the damage does not stop there. Pollution, another byproduct of human activity, permeates the air, water, and soil. The Great Barrier Reef, a vibrant underwater paradise, now faces the threat of bleaching due to rising ocean temperatures and pollution. Once a riot of colours, it now fades bit by bit into a ghostly white. Then there's the threat to our native wildlife species. Australia is home to a unique array of creatures found nowhere else in the world. Yet their survival hangs in the balance. Habitat loss, climate change, and invasive species pose dire threats to their existence. The haunting call of the Tasmanian devil, the playful leap of the kangaroo, the colourful flutter of the Ulysses butterfly, all these could be silenced forever. Yet, amidst this grim picture, there is hope. Measures are being taken to combat these issues. Reforestation efforts are underway, and strict pollution control laws have been enacted. Wildlife sanctuaries have been established, providing safe havens for our threatened species. It's a start, but there is much more to be done. The fight to preserve Australia's natural beauty is a battle we cannot afford to lose. Every tree planted, every pollutant reduced, every species saved brings us one step closer to winning this fight, because, in the end, the cost of losing Australia's natural beauty is a price too high to pay. So, where does Australia go from here? An essential question we must grapple with as we look to the future. Acknowledging the dark side of Australia has been a challenging journey, but it's a necessary step towards finding solutions. The road ahead is not without its hurdles, but there are already efforts being made to address these issues. The government, in its capacity, has begun implementing policies aimed at rectifying historical injustices and addressing the silent crisis that has been brewing. There's also a growing emphasis on environmental conservation, with initiatives designed to mitigate the negative impacts we've discussed earlier. But it's not just about governmental action. Ordinary Australians are stepping up too. Across the country, individuals, communities and organisations are taking it upon themselves to make a difference. From grassroots movements advocating for social change to innovative projects aimed at reducing environmental damage, Australians are demonstrating that change is possible when we come together. Acknowledging these problems is not about casting Australia in a negative light, but about understanding where we've come from, where we are, and where we need to go. It's about recognising our shortcomings and using them as a catalyst for change. It's about embracing our dark past, not as a source of shame, but as a tool for learning and growth. The issues we've discussed are not unique to Australia. They're global challenges that require global solutions, and perhaps in addressing its own dark side, Australia can also lead the way for other nations grappling with similar issues. The journey to a brighter future begins with acknowledging the darkness of the past. It's a challenging path, but one that holds the promise of a more just, sustainable and equitable Australia. Australia's dark side is a part of its identity, but it doesn't have to define its future.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.